The Honorable VC Ma'am, Professor Anita, the guest of honor of today's function, could not attend, but she has sent her wishes to all of us. We are very honored to have with us today Dr. Ismail, Minister of State for Energy, as chief guest of today's award function, and he would join us soon. I extend a very warm welcome to our Honorable Minister. I would like to extend a warm welcome to Professor Kumar, Deputy VC, Nile University, Nigeria. May I also extend a warm welcome to Professor Agarwal and Dr. Ramesh Kumar Arya for kindly agreeing to grace the function as the guest of honor. I also extend a very warm welcome to our keynote speaker, Professor Som Shubra Dev, Professor Mahila University College, Malaysia, and Professor Meerut, Professor of English, INM, New Delhi. My welcome to Dr. S.K. Singh, Chairman of International Council for Education, Research and Training. I also extend my welcome to Dr. Anita, ma'am. I think she is here. Welcome, ma'am. Dr. Ajay Kumar, Dr. Evangelika Zarikova. I think I have pronounced your name rightly this time. And Professor Rashmi, Chairperson of the conference. And to all the learned dignitaries, distinguished invitees, learned speaker, faculty and students of my accredited college, and friends from media. On behalf of Ismail Mahila PG College, I extend a very warm welcome to all the delegates and participants who have joined us today from their respective countries online for the international conference on the subject Contemporary Global Challenges and Opportunities in Education, Languages, Science and Humanities. In a future of unprecedented societal shifts, education is crucial to managing the challenges ahead. With more automated, digitized and fluid job markets, today's higher education system are quickly becoming incompatible with the future we are looking towards. We are 2 decades into the 21st century, yet higher education is generally still geared to succeeding in the 20th. Indeed, colleges themselves express doubt about their ability to adapt to the future development. While most debates around the future of education focus on the skills needed for the future and the imperative of reskilling, it is equally important to discuss the inevitable structural transformation of higher education. This conference aims to discuss the challenges
Executive Director, Research, ICERT. On behalf of my chairman, Dr. Sandeep Singh Maan, as he is not well today, तो मतलब ये रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी अब मेरे ऊपर आ गई है कि आई हैव टू हैंडल दिस थिंग्स। आईसीआरटी जो है ये नॉर्मली रिसर्च के ऊपर काम करती है, जिसमें हम लोग कोशिश करते हैं कि बेस्ट से बेस्ट निकाला जा सके बाय द हेल्प ऑफ द रिसर्च। अब अगर आज के प्रेजेंट सिनेरियो की हम बात करते हैं जहाँ पर सब कुछ कॉपी पेस्टिंग चल रहा है, जहाँ पे क्लोन चल रहा है, मतलब बहुत सारी चीज़ें ऐसी चल रही हैं जहाँ पर वी आर नॉट डूइंग एन एक्चुअल रिसर्च। तो जो एक्चुअल रिसर्च है उसके ऊपर हम लोग काम कर पाए, तो ये हमारी आईसीईआरटी टीम उसके ऊपर काम करती है। तो आज का जो सेमिनार है टोटली हम इसके ऊपर फाइंड आउट करने की कोशिश करेंगे कि आज क्या चैलेंजेस हैं, क्या अपॉर्चुनिटीज़ हैं और हम उसको कैसे फाइंड आउट कर सकते हैं या उसको कैसे हम आगे लेकर आ सकते हैं। सो आई एम थैंकफुल टू दी INM कॉलेज प्रिंसिपल डॉक्टर राठी मैम एंड अदर कीनोट स्पीकर डॉक्टर प्रमोद, डॉक्टर राजेश। अपनी टीम की तरफ से सभी को थैंक्स बोलती हूँ और स्पेशल थैंक्स टू दी अनीता मैम जिन्होंने हमें यहाँ पर ये अपॉर्चुनिटी दी और कोलैबोरेट किया। सो थैंक यू वेरी मच। जय हिंद, जय भारत।
We would like to begin with a keynote speech, and for that we have Professor Dr. Som Subrade as our esteemed keynote speaker, who has also joined us through an online mode. Dr. Som Subrade graduated from Kasturba Medical College, Manipal in 2000 and completed his post-graduation from the same college in 2004 in obstetrics and gynecology. He has worked in the field of specialty in diverse places ranging from busy metropolitan cities to low resource district settings, which includes tsunami hit Maldives during early 2005. He is currently attached with Manipal University College, Malaysia for more than 14 years now. Sir, it is an honor to have you with us today, and now I would like to invite you to begin the deliberation with your keynote speech. Thank you.
Thank you very much. First of all, good morning, India. It's good afternoon from Malaysia, and good evening to those who are on the Australian side, because we stay in a global village and we meet in different time zones. First of all, it's an honor and privilege, and I want to thank Dr. Sandeep for inviting me to this August gathering. We often talk about challenges, so let me start sharing my slide and we talk about this. So when I was looking at the topic, I thought challenges is the key word, because yeah, things are changing and we have to look into those challenges. But just looking at the challenges will not work. We also have to look for the opportunities and as well the problem solving. So I thought we will talk on that. And in India, usually it's not a problem. Everyone can pronounce my name very well. But in Malaysia, trust me, no one can pronounce my name properly. So I always shorten it to Dr. Soom. And that's how they're quite comfortable with that. And as mentioned already, yes, I've diversified into a bit of adult training, and especially for youth, when I see the possibility is so great. So, and public speaking as well. So today, the keynote address, I will focus on the challenges and give you a possible solution from my point of view. First of all, why the challenges happen? Number one, because of difference in the modern education from the traditional education. And what are those challenges actually? And then how can we innovate or use the opportunity to learn new things and move ahead? So first and foremost, when we talk about challenges, the difference, we know that once upon a time, the teachers used to be the knowledge disseminator. The teacher talks, the student listens. But nowadays, things are changing. It is more learner-centric, and students are given more opportunities to discuss with the faculty or the teacher rather than just being a one-way communication. We have plenty of technology-assisted learning. We have multitudes of websites. So if a teacher feels that, okay, I know most of the stuff that you know, he or she might be wrong. And when I'm talking this, I'm talking mainly from the medical education point of view. There are things which are changing in leaps and bounds. The amount of information that we know today, in a matter of days or weeks, it's old, and things are changing. So we have the learners learning from the various educational websites, YouTube, the search engine, and possibly you could see something like a Facebook thing there. Oh, can social media be a learning platform? Well, social media is a double-edged sword. If you use it rightly, you can use it for great purposes. So this is a particular group. Now when you read that ONG, I know in India they'll think ONG is oil and gas. No, it's obstetrics and gynecology. That's what sometimes we call it here, obstetrics and gynecology. So this Facebook group I opened in 2011, and it's running very well, where students post their questions and we also discuss various other topics in the subject. So the opportunities of learning has improved in the modern era. Previously, we used to say, oh, knowledge, we learn, we listen to the teachers, and for my time it was those blackboards, and we were privileged to see that overhead projector. I'm sure many of your young generation will wonder what is overhead projector, or you're taking out your phone to Google what is overhead projector. Then when I came to post-graduation, we had this PowerPoint coming in, and we were so thrilled. Wow, PowerPoint. So you see, that time things have changed from technology point of view, but now the important part is no more just knowledge. We need to apply those knowledge. We need to solve problems. We need to analyze issues. We need to evaluate the situation, and we have to trigger critical thinking.
Thank you, sir, for such an enlightening and stimulating speech. It was a privilege to hear you share your valuable insight. Thank you. And for our second keynote speech, we have a highly esteemed professor, Dr. Kumar Mahila, Professor of English in the School of Humanities, Indira Gandhi National Open University, New Delhi. Dr. Kumar Mahila is an Australian Studies scholar and received prestigious Australia-India Council Fellowship. He also acted as a cultural ambassador of India and gave lectures on India's incredible cultural diversity. He is the coordinator of PG Diploma Program in Book Publishing. He has authored 6 books centering on literature, criticism and translation. He is a supervising PhD research in the university. He has organized a number of important national and international seminars to promote the discipline and interest of larger humanity. And I would like to take this opportunity to request you to deliver the keynote address to the gathering and enlighten us a little on the topic, education and knowledge in 21st century towards a newer understanding of global and world literature.
Thank you very much. May I begin with a warm sense of thankfulness and gratitude to the organizers, this important institution of higher learning, and then Department of English, INM College, International Council for Education, Research and Training, and all of you. I can sense that it's a slightly chilly morning and all of you have come here. This is, I think, a statement that you are ready to contribute to this theme. You are alive and alert to the responsibility that you have for the society, which is important. I am very privileged to connect to all of you. I am also thankful to my friend there in Malaysia, Dr. Som, like the way he engaged all of us. And he has made it easier for me in the sense that he has touched upon very important fundamental issues with a pragmatic approach. He has just not cited the problems, but he has suggested easy solutions also. So Dr. Som, thank you very much. I thought that when I look at this issue, I'll share broad perspectives as far as what is knowledge, education in 21st century, and how it's unfolding, emerging, and what is our individual and collective stake in that. When I read this topic, I think, I'm reminded of what Alvin Toffler says. Alvin Toffler, who in his text, Rethinking the Future 2.0, he says that the meaning of education literacy would be different in 21st century. Like if we go back, say 50 years, we find that education was more about accolades, degrees, no? You will carry your kind of those, MA degrees, and you will put those up in your rooms, and you will celebrate it. Toffler is saying that in 21st century, your literacy, education, knowledge would depend on your ability to unlearn, relearn, relocate yourself. Not like, oh, I'm doctor, professor, I have earned this much, and I have, of course you can brag about that, but your actual sense of thing, your actual sense of knowledge and education would be determined by your sense of, if you can kind of, if you go to a different situation, you are willing to. You are like, if you are going to a village scenario, and are you willing to kind of put your kind of academic knowledge aside, and are you willing to align with those people? Are you willing to collaborate with them in a sense? I think what Toffler is saying is historically true also, in the sense that it was always about adaptability. It was always about, like, if you look at Charles Darwin, what he used to say, survival of the fittest. It has not been about the fittest. No, fittest people don't survive, in the sense that if it was the case, like, you will find dinosaurs also. No, but only the people who are dynamic, who are, who adapt to situations, who acclimatize to situations in a more enabling way, they survive, they excel, they contribute to the system. Thank you very much for your patience.
It is an honor to have Dr. Dilip Kumar Mohan Chandran as our Honorable Chief Guest, who has joined us virtually today. Professor Dr. Dilip Kumar Mohan Chandran holds the position of Deputy Vice Chancellor and Professor of Business Management at Nile University of Nigeria, Abuja. His research interests include strategic management, consumer behavior, entrepreneurship, SME development, tourism development, human resource management, and organizational behavior. He holds a dual doctorate in behavioral science and business administration. He has published 180 peer-reviewed articles in international and national journals, 80 brief case studies in business management, and more than 76 papers at national and global conferences.
I need your little permission to get a sharing platform. I'd like to show some PPTs. So if the organizer permit, I can share that PPT with everybody. Thank you so much. I hope you will be able to see my window. Thank you everybody, and thanks all Indians and being part of an Indian. Let me share my viewpoints in this particular multidisciplinary conference. And just because of Dr. Sandeep, and I got a privilege to be part of this particular event, being the chief guest, and share my viewpoints. Maybe taking 20-25 minutes, but this is my viewpoint by looking education sector, by looking future of work, by looking interdisciplinary perspective, and I'm trying to connect, being in abroad for a period of last 12 years. What I would like to share you is an important perspective, and literally speaking, our UGC chairman is taking right measures or giving right direction to this connectivity between international, local, and finally consider it as local. Is taking high, what you would say, spirit in bringing up our education system. So here my point of interaction connected to this conference is, of course, people talk about language, people talk about social sciences, humanities, but I'm also part of this humanities and social science being. I'm a management person, I'm a business graduate student, multiple degrees and multiple what you would say, accolades connected with these particular domains. But the most important aspect is interdisciplinary perspective. If you want to really grow as the next generation students or next generation faculty members, then we have to consider interdisciplinary perspective. Why I'm telling you all these things? Because I'm seeing this particular change at the international arena, and that is exactly the way India has to move ahead. And in that particular context, this particular international conference have chosen a right topic, and I hope the delegates will be presenting papers, discussing and deliberating the issues connected with that. So let us have an idea about this future of work and future of education and how we get employment. I'm trying to fetch towards disciplinary perspective and trying to crash your mindset connected with the typical traditional pattern of perspective. All right. So if you ask me this question, how will you define a work? Usually people used to tell 8 hours in a day, 40 hours in a week, and 2-day weekend. Especially in India, it is only 1 day weekend. Saturday is also working day, but in abroad system, it is 5-day system and 2 days working. So people used to talk about this particular equation as work. So perspective connected with work is in this equation. But they also think about why they do work. Thank you.
Honorable guests, esteemed Dr. Anita, Rathi ma'am and Dr. Swarna, to please release the abstract book of today's conference. And to mark this event, I would now like to call upon stage Dr. Swarna, our conference secretary and convener, assistant professor and the head of the Department of English from INM PG College, to propose the vote of thanks.
Thank you so much, Patti. Greetings, everyone, all the dignitaries, all the guests, all the session chairs, and all the delegates present over here. At the end of this inaugural session, it's my duty to propose vote of thanks to all those people who made this conference successful. Thank you is such a prayer that can't be seen or touched, but must be felt by heart. I feel highly privileged to get the opportunity to propose a vote of thanks on this auspicious day. On behalf of Department of English, INM PG College, Meerut, first of all, I convey my deep regards and heartfelt thanks to our Honorable Chief Guest, Professor Dr. Dilip Kumar and Deputy Vice Chancellor, Nile University, Nigeria, for having graced this event with your presence and valuable words. I am also thankful to our respected principal, Professor Dr. Anita Rathi ma'am, for her invaluable support and guidance and for having always trust on young minds. Thank you all to our esteemed chairpersons, our delegates, for giving us your precious time and your glorious presence. Thank you all. Thank you.
There will be 4 technical sessions taking place simultaneously. The first technical session, it will take place in this hall itself, and the chairperson will be Dr. Eugenia Zarikova, Associate Professor from Chopin Institute of Engineering and Technology, MBA Department, Head of the Center of Languages and Communication, Faculty of Business Communication, Technical Communication, Soft Skills and Personality Development. And the coordinator will be Ms. Mahila Thakur, Assistant Professor, Department of English from INM PG College, Meerut.
Second technical session will be organized in Smart Room, ground floor. We are honored to have Professor Dr. Rashmi, HOD, Department of Basic Science, SBP Patel University, Agriculture and Technology, Meerut, as our chairperson. Dr. Diksha Rani, Assistant Professor, Department of Economics, will coordinate the session.
Our third technical session will take place in room number 113, and for our third technical session, the chairperson will be Dr. Rita Garg, retired head of the department and reader Department of English, INM PG College, Meerut. And the coordinator will be Ms. Priyanshi, Head of the Department, Department of Sanskrit, INM PG College, Meerut.
Fourth technical session will be conducted in room number 114. We have Dr. Rajesh Kumar, Associate Professor in English, IGNOU, New Delhi, as our chairperson for the session, and Ms. Ridhima Narayan, Research Scholar, Department of English, INPG College, as our session coordinator. Reverence, gratitude and thanks to all our esteemed chief guests, our esteemed keynote speakers, respected principal ma'am, and to all our chairperson of our technical sessions, our session coordinators, and our delegates for being a part of our program today. Special thanks to all office staff, supporting staff, and all our dear students, and of course to Dr. Swarna. Thank you everyone.